How did that, like, did that make you for a moment feel inadequate? Did you feel like, because you know, like in those moments your brain starts playing tricks on you now, because you start thinking, you know what, I've already told someone that this is what the life's going to be like, and you have it all set up in your mind in how it's going to be, and then all of a sudden you feel like you've been derailed in some way.
Well, prior to that, I felt more like that. So that's now, she's gone back to work when, so she left when Erin, so she's probably gone back about 2015, right? Done about 2 years there. But I am now quit my job 2016. So now I'm having to sometimes, there's a couple of times, bro, like, you got that for this one, yeah? And sometimes I don't even know where. She's so sick with money, she writes it all out. And,
right. That's teamwork,
she does my accounts now, that's why she's like, right? Very organised, Emma. She could run a Fortune 500 business, like she runs a house, like she's really sick
I'm
of that,
gonna
right?
jot down something because I don't want to forget, because I got a question to ask you that I don't want you to, but I don't want you to.
So
go on.
That was okay because, as I say, I had my Spartans telling me that this is gonna work.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even when I believed it wasn't, I'd get up in the morning, go through my messages, do my interaction. I'd do like a couple hours interaction every morning, which I've gone back to now. I get up in the morning and go through it. Sometimes you see that negative thing, but not much anymore. But yeah, so I'd do that and then they would lift me. And I'd literally get on my Snap and the day would be just me vibes in again. Remember, I'm jobless. I was at home playing with the kids, teddy bears, making up stories. Then I'd go and do my school run. Weird shit, bro. But it worked and I filmed it and it was different and people got it, you know what I mean? But as I say, just a few years earlier to that, remember, I was a footballer. Then I was the man at school. Like what you say, I was the man, football.
Damn, homie.
Yeah, all that, right? Then I done music, started producing. Old type P-Jam, old type Explicit, Beat Camp, Vital, they're my gang. Started producing. So I'm now producing for Nasty and doing his mixtapes, a few things for Skepta. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm like, phew, I'm not a failure. Because remember, football had gone, so I'm like, I'm doing music, woo.
Yeah.
Then that goes. And now I'm in the van having to like, okay, I've said, okay, I'm not going to be famous or whatever. Like, you say famous, but I don't mean I'm not going to be a professional, whatever, right?
Well, that was an acceptance that you had within yourself, a thing of, cool, the dream that I had. Yeah,
I even tried. I met one guy from, so my mate Mitch, his dad's got an agency, celeb agents, old type Dave Hahn, and he introduced me. I told him I had this script. I've always tried to do shit, man, you know what I mean? And I wrote this idea because Emma worked, I ain't even going to say it, where Emma worked. I had an idea where she worked and she used to tell me characters and whatnot. So I made a sitcom based on where she worked, right? Dave got me in front of this Channel 4 guy. Now I'd probably think he was just a writer, but at the time I thought he was like the head of Channel 4 or something, but he was probably just a writer for Channel 4 or whatever. So I told him his idea. He told me a few pointers, but I was way off. Yeah, so these are the things. I managed KIG crew.
Oh, man.
KIG family.
Serious?
Yeah, Hitty and all of that. Yeah, man. Skits, Jake. So I'm saying I managed them, and these times I'm having to put money in my car to drive to them to Kent to like do things, but I'm the manager. I can't ask them for petrol.
Right.
Like, trust me, bro. So it got to there. So them times there, it was tough, and you know what I mean.
Why can't I find the tune?
You looking for Head Shoulders?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so they know who KIG is. Yeah. But by the way, I managed them after that. After they'd done all that, I managed them on the back end. Yeah? I managed them on the back end.
Yo, this was these adverts. I'm not criticizing adverts because obviously you bust man and that as well still. But it's the next one. But KRG, yeah, they were like the funky era, right? And let me pause this, right? So they, if I remember rightly, so you had like funk, there was like a funky house era, whatever, pure vibes, whatnot, yeah. Then there was like an era within funky where there were dances. They were starting to incorporate the dances and that, yeah. Again. And this was one of them, but they had the Blackberry hype. They had Migraine Skank.
Yes.
There was a bunch of them.
Yes.
And this was one of them.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. Oh, let me pause this quickly.
Too.
By the way, yeah, I think that the uni scene proper bust this, because that was the next thing, yeah. So obviously Funky was doing his thing in the clubs or whatnot, but there was like a whole uni scene.
Yes.
Like, and
Freshers weeks and all of that.
yeah, exactly. And so that like I was DJing at a few of the uni events, yeah. But there was like certain DJs that were at all of them, and they had like traffic light parties and all of these type of things.
Westwood used to do a lot of the
he used to do
uni
some of them
ones,
as well.
I'm a clutch rude boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so one of the things I tried a bit of management, and Dave like let me. My little project was KIG, try and get them back to where they should have been at the time.
Yeah.
That didn't work. So then I conceded, and it was a beautiful thing conceding, because it was just like, you know what, it was
Weight lifted off your shoulders.
Yeah, bro. Pressure trying to be the Kevin from school. The man,
Right.
trust me, G.
Right, and you know this is it's funny. So I recorded a pod with Dino, the singer Dino, yeah, done his true advice with Cadet or whatever, yeah, and that will probably be out by the time this comes out as well. I think technically it will be out tomorrow, but it will whatever, yeah. And one of the things that he kind of mentioned to me, yeah, was he had videos from school. You remember just singing in school, whatever,
all of that, yeah.
All of that stuff, yeah. But the part of the journey that a lot of people have missed is that before he had that moment with, not with Cadet, but before that with AJ, it was AJ and Dino, yeah. He had a bunch of tunes that didn't work, and like he was saying that it was affecting him because he's the popular one from school. Do you get what I'm saying? And like, you know, now he's expected, because everyone's looking at him and he's got the videos and like people know him from all over the place or whatever. They're expecting for him to just come straight out of the gate and do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Now, luck, not good, like wicked for him. It actually ended up like working out, and he managed to get his record. Yeah, but prior to that moment, there was that realization of, rah, this is more difficult than I thought. Yes, it's about timing and that too, but also it actually might not even happen for me. Do you get me?
And sometimes when I sit here and we talk about these stories and think of where we are and how lucky we are, I think of the people, as I say, that did give up, because I get it. The people that couldn't take the pressure of these strangers talking about their life, and like when they're just trying to literally make people smile. Right. Like more time, all you're trying to do is make people smile, and then people were trying to give you ag. It's like, yo, let me live. You know what I mean? So there's all of that. So I always sometimes take a moment. Maybe I shouldn't. This is the thing I'm trying to do now, is just bloody enjoy it, man, and stop thinking of things and negative things like, oh, I'm lucky to be here, and like it keeps me on my toes. But it's just like I've just literally bought the house and got the shop and all of this, right? And it's like I've now said to myself, I've got to maintain now. And I said that last year. And I said that the year before. It's like, you know what? Man's gonna enjoy the supporters I've got.
Just enjoy that, man.
I swear to you, bro. And me and Emma.
Can I ask you just a very personal question? Yeah. When did you? Because you and Emma's been together for a long time. At what point did you two start discussing money? The reason why I mention that, yeah, is because that's something that we just don't do, really. Like a lot of us will not. We just don't have conversations with money with our partners. And I know you've been together for quite a while. Yeah. At what point did you actually start having honest conversations about money and bank accounts?
It weren't until a few years after I'd lived with her that she was just always paying that for stuff that I could never see. And it was her previous life, her credit cards and all of that. She loved a little spend on the credit cards and all of that. So she was paying back a lot of credit cards, and she had a car a little KA that she got, and
Ross Clark, the KA.
KA convertible.
KA still on road.
KA convertible.
Google
it was.
them.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are.
Is it different shape now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, show me what they look like.
shape.
Show me what they look like.
I'll put it up on the screen now.
So she had a KA convertible, but then we had a kid. So the exchange with that, she ended up like being like $8,000 down or something. She got done over, so she had to pay that. And so yeah, for years we were paying that and paying a lot of stuff. But she done it herself mainly, bro. I'd cover the like I'd let her do that, and I would do whatever, right? You know what I mean? And she done that. But yeah, it weren't until around then I was like, oh, what are you paying? And then she's like, yeah, I got this to pay off and this to pay. I'm like, okay. But still them
What
times.
was your finances like? Nice. Or was it alright?
Okay, bro. I was just always hustling in the sense of I used to be the guy that used to sell the Air Max 95s. I used to sell the Ralph Lauren's. I used to sell the Louis Vuitton bags.
Right.
I used to do all of that. I used to like whatever I could sell. They used to call me Black Del Boy. In the ends, bro. I used to call me Black Del Boy. Whatever I could sell, I used to sell, mate. And that's like when I got into this, bro. I knew, bro. You got all these people here and they want to support or whatever, like product. You know what I mean? Because I didn't used to do stand up or nothing. So that's what the hustle. Always hustled. This business is no different, bruv. That's why a lot of these young kids that are out on the streets, if they actually understood that you could do that street shit but in hair, like
straight. Yeah, trust me, bro.
Like they're geniuses. You got some geezers out there, bro. Yeah, bro. You got some kids out there that are running real businesses. They got workers. They got lines.
I know.
You know what I mean? Clientele.
Yeah.
Like expanding across the borders.
Yeah,
all of that,
me.
bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Yeah.
I wanted to bring up like because you mentioned about earlier on. You mentioned nerves, yeah. That like nerves was a thing that you kind of really had, and it was a thing that would come up a lot of the times when you're supposed to be. Now it's time for you to be this person or whatever, yeah. Now that your thing went into like a business and there was jobs and stuff like that, yeah. Did them nerves come back?
Yeah, but bro,
I get them still.
I get them. But you know what? Let me tell you, when I was laying on my bed, blazing bloody God knows how much and just feeling like shit, I remember that time. So now when them nerves kick in, you either want to feel like that or get through these little butterflies you got, because what's the worst that can happen if you don't do it? Like, is that if you walk out now, you don't do it. But if you go and try, you look yourself in the mirror.
100%.
You know what I mean? You could say, man, really went for it. And more time, bro, you ace it. You ace it because guess what?
Facts.
You're meant to be here.
Bro, let me tell you this, yeah. Do you know, honestly, do you know what I do? Because there's nerves. I get nerves sometimes. And then also, I got a lot of things going on privately as well, yeah. And so with that, sometimes now when certain things come up or whatever, it like it's a bit stronger, yeah. And then like I sit back sometimes, yeah, and I say to myself, raw, like I'm me.
Yeah, man.
I'm me. I literally just think that. I think, raw, like hold on 1 second. No, wait. I hear all of that. I hear all this nerves thing and that. Yeah. But you're you, innit? I'm me. So I walk in with that level of confidence of knowing I'm here because I am me, innit? Yeah. So what? Now I'm just gonna stop being me.
Imagine.
It goes.
It's crazy.
It literally goes, bro.
You see,
and then I'm back, and then I'm in. Once we start, I'm in.
Yeah. They go. That's what everyone says. Like you start after you make your first couple of lines, your first mix or whatever it may be. A lot of the time the nerves drop. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I didn't get that when I was younger. Right. You know what I mean? I didn't get that when I was younger. Really, up until I remember one story. Again, P-Jam. I love P-Jam. Grime producer. Unbelievable. He's created his own genre. That's his biggest problem, P-Jam. He loves like drum and bass, hardcore, even reggae. Yeah. But he's grime. So he infuses it all together. Yeah. And it's his own genre that the grime can't really play, but it's too hard for that. Yeah. It's amazing it's stuff though, right? But it's crazy, right? But P-Jam, so I used to produce a P-Jam, and wherever we would go, whether it be me or Dexplicit, who made Forward Rhythm, Pow. Remember when that first got played, that was P-Jam again saying, look man, this is Dex, this is Pow. He said it to Cameo. Cameo was like, what? Connected then. It's P-Jam's always done that. Cameo's a DJ, by the way. For those who don't Cameo, know. DJ Cameo. Yeah. Rubbish at Pro Evo. That's how long I'm going back. That's what we used to play back then. But P-Jam, we went to Jammer's house. These times it's... Oh,
did you go to the basement?
No, it wasn't Jammer's house. Sorry, Terror Danger's house. Oh, right. But Jammer was there. Aftershock, right? So they're all in the room. Playing beats and whatnot. These times I walk around with a CD in my pocket with at least 12 tracks on there.
Terror Danger's a producer and a DJ.
And a DJ. Yeah. Great producer, great DJ. Terror, old type Terror. But I'm at Terror's house, right? That was the meeting spot. DOK, everyone there. P-Jam says, yo man, Stevo makes beats. P-Jam, Stevo, show me your beats, man. Show me your beats. I got way too nervous and I pretended I didn't have my CD on me.
Ah!
You know what I mean? Them moments there, bro. So
I hear that still.
I'm so lucky. I promise you. So when I tell you that I'm glad I'm clawing, because I had opportunities, man.
Yeah.
I've been stood in front of people and I've been up. I've like, man, lived before. That's why when I was in the van, it was like, bruv, I used to tell all the people, I used to go and pick the cars up, the stories, and I used to love it, bruv. I used to talk to everyone. It was great, especially through the summer. It was like, I felt like a man. It was my first job. My first ever real job, you know what I mean? So
you enjoyed that shit?
Yeah, bruv, I enjoyed it, man. And I see the boys now, they all follow me, all the boys that I used to work with, at the scrapyards and all that, they all follow me and watch. And I love it. But yeah, man, the nerves back then was crazy. So now it's like, bruv, just like crack on, mate, because you've had like opportunities. Just go for it now. Go for it now, because you don't want to be back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, take that. I go crazy, bro. I take the opportunity, man.
How do you stay motivated, bro? Because if you see, like, being in it for as long as you have been and going through all of these different cycles, all of these different opinions, all of these different emotions, family stuff, real life things, passing of mother, like all of these different things, like how do you stay motivated?
Tough, bruv. You've sat here, was it in this room with me, and I've got in tears with you talking about this. It's tough, bruv. But you just gotta, like, I got kids. It's tough, bruv.
Yeah, I hear that, man. I hear that. Do you speak to anyone? You should. I think dealing with this type of work, and dealing with people, opinions, and not just that, but having to be consistent and having to switch on. At times where you've got real life things going on. I think it's really important to be able to like offload and speak about it, but not, I mean, it's nice to be able to do it with the missus and whatever, but sometimes it's good to just be able to go elsewhere and express them things, you know?
Guess what? You know why I know this is because that's who I am for everyone.
Right. But who does the go-to go to?
It's my purpose, bro. Like, so when my mum went, bro, of course I wanted to stop. But there was people, especially during the time it was like May, start of the pandemic, like everyone remember everyone was popping up needing content. We all needed content and we needed something, and I had been that person before everyone knew that we needed it. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I know that I had to continue, and not only that, bro, like until I landed the pilot, until I convinced people that what I was doing made sense, I had to continue. So the snaps and the stories like that I create and all of that, I had to keep creating them and keep finding the moments. Where the moments before, because of the life I lived, I had people coming in and out, I was here, there, everywhere. The moments were easy to find. Right. I had to now find moments when I'd been travelling to France for a whole week, or been doing Champions League here to Germany, back then to flipping Holland and that, and I had to find so it become the more the job become the job, and what everyone had wished for me, the harder it become to create the content 100%. That I needed to feel good, you know what I mean? So and
that's important as well, because there's a level of fulfillment. Do you get what I'm saying? Bro, actually, it's funny that you say that. Sometimes, Callum, you know, like a couple times that if a video's up late or whatever it may be, and I'm snappy or I have a certain type of energy, it's not even because of you. I think it's just because of the fulfillment that I get when I press publish. There's something in that. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like there's a level of fulfillment that I get when I've filmed, I've had a conversation with someone and I've enjoyed the conversation, and then we've done it. Like you know what I mean? We filmed it, we've done everything, and then I get to press publish, and I get to just leave it out there, and there's like a thing that it gives me
of the word
which then makes me like sometimes.
I posted it today, Chucks. It's crazy we're talking about this now. I posted it today on my Twitter. The word we are looking for is called. And I was trying to say it to Callum earlier.
It's not endorphins.
No. It's something motivation. It's Salic. It's Sanic. Oh, it's here on my Twitter from earlier.
Callum will know this word.
Callum, I was trying to say it to you earlier. You don't know the word.
Callum's got words, bro.
You're white, man. Your vocab should be better.
Yeah, he's got words.
I'm
telling you.
That's terrible. I shouldn't have said
He's
that.
got words. Yeah, you shouldn't say
But, bro.
You get cancelled, yeah. He's going to get cancelled.
No, because no.
We're joking. It's a joke.
Listen,
it's a joke.
Disheartens black people and come on. It's not. No, 1 sec. I didn't care about you. Are you mad? I didn't care about you.
I'm saying we're good. Don't
No, I didn't care about you. It's because because I know a lot of black people have a great vocab.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Have great vocab. Yeah. I'm joking. But bro, I can't find the word. But there's a word where, like, you get your motivation isn't fame. It isn't money. It's not that, bro. Because if it was, I'd be so happy now. Bro, I've got high numbers, show doing well, this, that, and the other. I miss connecting with my Spartans, bro. And not only that, the Spartans that I have connected with and all of that, like, they go. They like, it's a silly thing I do, but I can't help it. You connect with someone that's on life support, like, or like in hospital, terminally ill, and I start talking to them because I'm all there watching, and we get connected, and I become their friend, and then they die.
Yeah.
It's been happening so much to me over the years, you know what I mean? So
That's tough.
it's tough, bro. But listen, bro, it's the, as I say, the fulfillment I get from the people when they say, like, there's one girl, she was a heroin addict. And obviously I'm open with my family stories, and my brother was a heroin addict.
Yeah.
So I told that story, and where she sees my brother now, he's my business partner, he's got houses, whatever. She saw that and it just clicked for her, and she got motivated, and she sends me a picture where she's healthy with her little kid that she's now allowed to see, saying, I've not been on heroin for ever amount of months because of you and your brother.
Yeah.
Like,
and let me tell you something now. Recovering from heroin, that's a big one,
bro. That's why
a big one.
He's my biggest inspiration.
Oh,
bro. Like,
I could
on his
imagine,
own, he
bro.
done that. No chip. A lot of people, because it was the era
Brother,
he
I'll
grew
tell you
up
a
in.
story actually, yeah. My cousin, yeah, was doing a couple of things he was not supposed to be doing, whatever. So anyway, we're in the whip now, and then flipping. Okay, what was supposed to happen is he was supposed to get some money from someone, right? But the brother said to him, you know what, I ain't got the money, but I'll give you some heroin, yeah? And then just give it to this brother, yeah? So we're like, all right, cool. My cousin was he was in that thing. So it was cool, that was nothing. It was all right, cool, I'll take it. So anyway, we've gone to meet the guy now, yeah? And like, I'll never forget this now. So the guy's come to the car, and then he's like, he ain't got the money now. This is the heroin addict. He ain't got the peas, but he's got a box of Jordans, yeah? So
They
my
have
cousin's
everything.
like, bro,
They have everything.
yeah, they all have.
That's a whole nother
Brother.
talk.
Hey, that's
bro.
what, yeah. I mean, there's certain things I just can't discuss here, innit? But that's very true. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, now these box of Jordans now, yeah, that's under the price of what this thing is, yeah. So already, yeah, the trainers is cool. Cousin don't need the trainers. He just wants the peas, yeah. So he said to the brother, like, nah, bro, I need the peas, innit? So the guy's like, nah, like, they're good, they're fresh, no one's worn them, you can have them, just give me the thing. So my cousin's like, nah, man, I need the money. So the guy's like, nah, you're gonna need to take the trainers. So now I'm a man who watches, even from then, I'm a man who watches energies, yeah. I immediately it's shifted from when he said, no, you're gonna need those words changes the dynamics of everything. You're gonna need
coming from a crackhead as well. When a big gangster says it, you're like, okay, I understand where we're going.
No,
with
you're
this.
gonna need. His eyes are wide open now, yeah. So anyway, my cousin's like, nah, we're gonna have to, yeah. He's pulling it into gear 1, ready to sort of, as the guy seen him putting it into gear 1, the man's jumped through the car now. Nah, give me the. So now I'm like, cuz, give him the fucking thing, man. Get out, give him the. Bro, because it was just a whole big palaver.
Yes.
So anyway, my cousin's driving down the street with his brother and I just remember saying to myself, look, I'm not co-signing any type, and I'm not telling anyone to do any type of drug or anything like that. I've seen a lot of different things, yeah. And from my experiences in the things that I've seen, where I've seen certain like crack addicts, yeah, to where I've seen heroin addicts, yo, the thing is different, brother. So when you get past that, you see, when you come over that hurdle, that's a massive one, bro.
Heroin is crazy. The screams I've heard, like, I could go deep, but it doesn't matter because I'm here now and we're all good, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a hell of a drug, man. It's a hell of a drug, and he took himself over to Spain because he's got an addictive personality and he got addicted to working out. So he went over there for a year.
And got wham.
Come back and just started his journey, become BFF, pro, this, that, the other, all of that, right? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, because I'm open with these sort of things, like, my Spartan is different. Yeah. My thing's different, and that's why when we've got into this space now where I can't really go through as much as I used to. I spend 2 hours, 3 hours every day going through my DMs, mainly my snaps that were open.
Yeah.
If I done that now, I'm bound to find some shit I'm not gonna like. Because people have got more of an opinion. You've got to remember, back then when I used to reply to someone, or they used to be like, "Fucking hell, you replied."
Yeah,
like,
I know. Yeah.
Now they demand you to reply.
I know.
Oh my god, like, Stevo, you're the man. Yo, how you doing? You there, Stevo? You're not gonna say treat you fine? Oh, you're a prick. Oh, look at you, nigga.
Yeah, you get better with that. Yeah.
Spartan to nigga, like, whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Quickly.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's all different.
But and what it is as well, yeah, is that is about trying to get, they're dying for a response. So now, and you know what, you get them type of things in relationships sometimes. Like whether it's a friendship or a girlfriend or whatever, sometimes it's like you're having and you might not be rising to it. So now there's more things that's being said and you're not rising to that. There's more things that's being said. You're not rising to that. Now all of a sudden they start pulling out all kinds of mad
people there, toxic people that do that.
You understand?
It's crazy. I don't understand. I don't
understand.
I don't never want to understand people like that, man. But it's a different space now, bro. The whole internet. But I have to say, bro, fuck me. You got a moment there, probably be a major thing or whatever. I hope not. Yeah, but bro, genuinely, it's tough. And a lot of my brothers are feeling this. I'm not the only one. I've just probably been in it a long time and put in some real dirt at a time where you really, you know what I mean? So
I hear you, bro. I think as well, yeah, like the finding the motivation thing, is such a real thing, bro. It's like, because again, when you've been doing something for a long time and you have these real life things going on, and then you have to try to find the motivation to do this and do that, bro. Like, and I'll be open and honest and say that is something that I'm going through a lot now, because my stepdad is very, very ill. He's end stages of his life now. Do you get what I'm saying? And like, I am there helping every step of the way, you know, feeding him, doing all these different types of things. Everything's so different, and it's like, bro, there's times here where I've got certain things to do, and like, I don't want to leave him. Do you get me? I don't really want to leave him. I just want to just chill with him, like, because I don't know when that, like, I know it's coming at some point, but I just want to just be there and stuff. And it sometimes it makes it difficult to come out and then switch on and then vibe, but then once I find it, and I'm there, and I'm here, and I'm having a conversation and that, bro, I feel, exactly. But I feel it just feels sick, bro. That
I've got. It helps you a bit.
It helps me, bro. Okay. It helps me because coming here, sitting, have a conversation, whatever. I leave it, I know instantly I feel sick. Like I love this now. Do you get what I'm saying? And then I can get to go and press publish on this and leave it as that, and then I'm back into my bubble, dealing with the real life things that I'm dealing with. I talk a little bit about what's going on, but like one of these days, I'm actually going to sit for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and I'm going to tell everyone that is engaged in what it is that I'm doing and stuff, how important that brother has been in my life. Like one day I'm going to do that, because like, he's just, bro, when I tell you, this man, is such a certified, this guy came into my mum's life, when I was young, And like, I always used to say to people, you know what? When I deep it, my mum's the happiest woman that I know, you know.
You think it's because of him?
Because of him. Because of him. The way that he's come in and he's never let me down on top of that. Do you get what I'm saying? I would never have a man come in. Yeah. Even though he came into my life when I was young, I would never, as an adult now, let a man into the house, disrespect him. I don't give a fuck about what you might have had before. If you disrespected my mum, then that's a whole different thing. But the brother, he's so certified that even, like, one, my dad has never made me feel uncomfortable talking about him. My dad checks for him. My dad pulls up at the yard, comes to see him, has a little drink with him. And on top of that, like, how deep it is that side of my dad's side treat them, my mum and him, as family. Imagine that. Like,
it's an amazing
bruv.
thing.
But there's a whole thing behind that, innit? And
you
like,
don't hear about these stories, Chuck. We always hear about the stepdad that comes in like baby boy.
Yeah, naked in the kitchen.
You know, there was there
making scrambled eggs and shit,
throwing his weight around because I guess maybe the stories back then, that's what men had to do, and it was an era or whatever. But that story is a beautiful story, and I've heard, like, there's a few where I tell you where I hear these, where some of the circles I've been going in where it's more spiritual and a couple of hippies and whatnot, where some of their stories go beyond that. Like, their dad's coming to check. But coming with the pack of condoms and shit. You know, the ones there. So it's like, yo, okay, that's a different kind of loving you got going on there, brother. But yeah, man. I do want to say, bro, bruv, that how just grateful I am at the world that I'm living and the opportunities I've got, bro. The brands I'm working with and all of that. But I just need to figure it out. Right. Like, I need to figure out how to be happy in this space. And I was talking to Harry Panera, and I was talking to Mike.
I love Harry.
I was talking to Michael as well, Dapper. Like, we've been talking a lot recently, all of us trying to meet up and get together a lot more. Talk about these things because
it's important.
It's very important. But I told them, look, I said, look, bro, I said, we need to figure this out. So this next generation that think this is all smiles and all happy, we need to let them know exactly what's going on. This is because we're new. This is new. This is new. Like, I mean, we are getting the answers every day by day. You get what I'm saying? So I want to know how you can get to having 1 million followers, getting paid 50 grand by brands and all of this, and want to commit suicide. And that's not me.
Yeah.
This is stories that I've spoke to other people about that are earning that sort of money, them sort of following, thinking it's all great, dream house, and still wanting to commit suicide. I need to know why. I need to know why, you know what I mean? Like, I'm lucky my people around me, I'm tougher. Although I cry all the time. We talk about movies, man. You see me crying, I'm crying all the time. I mean, I just cried at Lion King, the recent one. That wasn't even great. Beyonce was Beyonce. You know what I mean? So I cry all the time. So I'm not ashamed of that.
And so you shouldn't.
No way, I don't give a fuck, right? I don't give a fuck, bro. But point is, I want to know, as I say, why a lot of these people that I feel like this, bro. I want to know, man.
Do you know what? Do you know what I think? Even, and this is pretty much what you're saying anyway. But I just think that, like, sometimes we just have to just be on a vibe of like how are you feeling? Like, you got a lot of work and stuff like that going on. Like, how are you actually really feeling? How are you coping with it? Like, how are you coping with it? And discuss it. Like, I don't feel a way to do that now. I think maybe it might be emotional intelligence. It might just be growth, like all of those type of things. Maybe I wouldn't have done that before, but I would always leave it open for anyone that knows me to come and sit and have we just have an honest conversation about it, because it is important. It's a funny rat race, and there's a whole load of new things that we are all trying to figure out in that. But also on top of that, we just all got real life things going on. You know, some people got family, some people have got, you know, babies at home, relationships, issues with parents or brethrens, work, trying to juggle the two, trying to pay bills, that real thing of everyone knows you but you're not making no peas, like all of those type of things. Like it's like everyone's going through their own little personal battles, but by sitting and having conversations with people, especially peers that you identify with, helps, bro. You get what I'm saying?
All going through the same, like, we all sort of think the same. And as I say, there's a couple, like, even Harry Panera said it to me the other day, and he was like, bro, man, like I watched the blueprint of like you and a few other people and whatnot. And he was just like, I saw the errors. You know what I mean? I saw the errors, and I don't want to make them same mistakes, so I'll make sure I keep myself here. And you know what I mean? He saw that, man. A lot of us were like, out here and showing this, and this is what's going on now in my life, and this is where I live, and da-da-da-da-da. It's a different space now. It's a different space now, you know what I mean? So one thing I as I say, I just want to find the answers so I can just tell the next generation, as I say, that comes up and you don't see another Caroline Flack. Because even the old, I mean, and it's an anniversary recently with Caroline Flack. Lovely girl, man. And it's like, people get surprised. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a lot of the influencers' faults, because as I say, they're portraying a life when the truth is, and you don't want no one coming out and being all somber. You don't want that. But at the same time, let people know it's tough.
100%.
Let them know it's tough, because these people are watching you and thinking that this is all great, and like we're selling lies, man.
Yeah. Are you happy? Are you happy with where you're at right now?
This is the crazy thing, Chucks. The career is, and it's always been slow and steady for me, but that's how I've liked it. I get to take things in and whatnot. But, bro, man, I name these things just to show you can be doing this and still feel how I feel. Bro, I work with Disney today, NFL, Just Eat, 888, like all these top brands.
Professionally, like, you feel like you're in a good space.
Brother, I feel great.
That's it. What about personally?
No.
Right.
No, I don't. And I don't, but I'm trying to figure it out, and it's okay. And guess what?
Straight.
It's because, like, as I say, it's it's new, man. I'm trying to figure it out. It's different every day. From when John Boyega can nearly quit Star Wars,
trust me,
for he supports black women, and then I see black women on Twitter attacking him. I know I'm not crazy, but I know I've got shit to figure out.
I see that shit with Sideman and that as well. I'm like, right.
Is he getting it? Bro, he's been going crazy for them.
Then people started saying, right, he's doing too much. I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck?
So,
what's going on?
Chucks, man's come to terms with all of that, but it's now, I need to come to terms with the biggest thing is, it's like, right, I'm in this horrible game at the moment, because people are fighting for that little bit. It's like when the stocks, every 4 years it gets crazy and everyone's doing mad shit with the stocks, then it calms down. I feel like for the last few years with the internet, we've been like that on social media. Everyone's like fighting, whether it's a podcast saying the maddest thing, whether it's a rap video putting up licking titties or whatever it may be. Like, everyone's going mad. So I'm now in this crazy world, this entertainment world, which is even crazier than probably the old entertainment world. They had rules and regulations in these times, and I'm trying to be moral and have my old way of thinking. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm battling. It's like, okay, I want to stay in this game. I want to stay doing this. I love it. I love the feeling, what we was talking about. But there's certain things you've got to do now to keep up. Like, you have to do it, that I don't like, and I will never like. But at the same time, I don't like it because it's like, that's my morals, and I don't want people to think that I'm like that. Well, them fucking people ain't shit, because they're liking all of the other shit they see and all of that, and they don't care. They don't care. You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's like, you know what? Go in, stick at it, stick in this world, but like, just don't lose too much of yourself, bro.
Don't lose sight.
Don't lose, you know what I mean? Because it's easy. Bro. I'm seeing brothers that never would have done certain things they're doing, doing shit, arguing on the net, like real guys that...
Fam, I'm not even really like, you know, that's one thing you will not... this is one thing I'm proud of.
Go on.
One thing I'm proud of is that, like, very rarely can I be drawn at. I see it, and I'm a block specialist.
Okay,
do you get what I'm saying? And I've mentioned before, I said the special dickhead. Sometimes you got to meet dickheads with dickheadism, and so sometimes I will do that, innit? But very rarely when I do.
When you've got time,
when I got a little bit of time. Oh, you want it today? Oh, you can get a slice.
I'll
give you a slice of it. And then when I give them a slice of it, do you know what happens sometimes, bro? They love it.
That's mad.
I give them a slice of it and they love it.
Yeah.
When I send them the voice note back and I'm meeting the dickhead with dickheadism, they're loving it. There's a part of them that's almost it's almost like they're turned on by it, bro.
Bro, and this is it. So this is the world that's there.
Yeah.
So that there,
but
what
it's,
you just
it's
said,
an overstanding. Like, all right,
I get
this
it.
is what
I
is.
get
Yeah,
it, man.
bro.
But bro, you know what it is? Like, I get it, and a couple of times I've tried to ride the wave, but that is too much, bro. It's too much. I can't even comment as Stevo in a comment because someone tell me you can't say that you got a white girl. Like,
Oh, yeah,
it's crazy. Like, it's like, ha. So I get it, and it's there. And it's like, but I have to work in that. So it's now I'm trying to find like.
But there's no taking away from the fact that those type of things can be annoying. It must feel. I mean, there are times where like I will sit out a certain conversation sometimes because I think, all right, this is about women. Do you get me? So this is just, for example, like women will be talking about whatever it may be, and I'll sit the conversation out because I'm like, okay, this is a thing that you feel. Sometimes I'll also sit a conversation out where the words and the emotions are maybe directed at men, but I sit it out because I'm like, I know you're not talking. Like you're saying that, but I know that's not me. So there's no point me. There's no point me jumping in because your experience is valid. It's just not me. Do you know what I'm saying? When people say, "Oh, you know," but all men are this and all men are, I'm not gonna jump out and say no because some. Like I get that you mean some, and that's. I just know that that's. You're not gonna trigger me because that's not. It's not me. So it's like, but then there's other times where I'm like, when someone will sit and then try to invalidate my experience or something that I feel because, you know, they have seen me do something that they do not know nothing about. Sometimes that's frustrating because it's like, oh, you have big opinions about something that you don't even know nothing about, and I'm sitting and trying to explain something, and now all of a sudden I can't have an opinion on it because of what you think that I can't have an opinion on. And it's like it does get weird, but you just can't immerse yourself in all of that. You're gonna have these situations where there's these conversations about, you know, I don't know, black experience or whatever it may be. But guess what, bro? Your experience is valid. As much as anyone sits and tells you, oh, yo, but you can't say this because you're with Emma or you can't. Bro, what you experience, what you've seen, your environment, all of these type of things from a black man is valid, bro.
I give up. I gave up, mate. Honestly, it's like, bro, I said to you, I'm gonna focus on my core Spartans. Gonna have some fun with them, some memories. So you should, I've got bare like this NFL thing.
It's just about just knowing when to just sit out on certain conversations.
I'm sitting about. I'll be honest with you. I'm not getting involved. I'm just gonna get. I've got my little Discord and my Spartan chat room. Like I've got all these gifts that the NFL gave me. I'm gonna give giveaways for them. You know what I mean? So like I'm just gonna have some fun with it now and start YouTubing.
So you should, bro.
I'm gonna start YouTubing, fuck it, you know what I mean? So
why not, bro?
Everyone's been telling me I should have done that, and I did, but I had a plan. It was to show people the snap that could make it to the screens and all of that. So now someone's punted on that. Not a series, no series has been confirmed or nothing like that. It's just a pilot we shot. Right. So now I'm just going to try some other stuff now that I should have probably tried a few years back.
Right.
Yeah, but no, honestly.
Spaces. It's good to learn from people in that as well too. Yeah. You know what I mean? I love sitting down and watch. Sometimes when I see people outraged about stuff, I do like watching conversations and that because I learn things and I love doing that. But yeah, lastly, bro, because one thing that we ain't done is like, obviously we ain't talked about the family and that, and I know the family is a big part of what it is that you're doing now. Split, like, especially with the content. I think it's sick that like you got two girls in particular. You got three girls, but you got two that are like growing into like mini adults. And it must be weird sitting back and looking like, rah, like man's got, you got Erin who's the baby, but you've got two that have opinions.
It's mental.
They have feelings. Do you get what I'm saying? Yep. They have their own things that they're into that like maybe you may not necessarily understand as an older man. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And being a man. Yeah. Do you get me?
Mate, and this is where, again, growth. Bruv, a lot of my early Snapchat stories and all of that, I'm talking about squirters and fingering girls and all of this. It was crazy. It was crazy, but they were the stories, and I knew how to tell them funny. I knew how to tell funny stories about my mum. I knew how to tell funny stories about my kids, my family, and some of my sexual experiences. You know what I mean? So I used to do a lot of that. But now, just getting older, listening to the girls, seeing how a few boys have treated my girl. You know what I mean? All of that. So,
so they talk to you. They talk to you.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah.
That's it.
Too much.
That's good though.
And certain times I say, you okay? You go and find out.
You need that one. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no. We talk, and we're really, really open. We're really, really open. And like they've got older, before I used to run in their room,
you can't
like,
do that.
Dad, go. You run in there, it's crazy. Like,
yeah. All right,
sorry,
cool. Let me delete this.
Sorry. Dig my eyes out and that, man. But obviously now it's all knocking, and I'll be honest, it's not even that. It's like, just don't do it. Just give them this space. That's what I'm saying.
How does that? That's a thing that I'm really interested in. Yeah. Now, from long time, everyone's been a part of your day.
Yeah.
Right. But sometimes your day is outside, so you're outside doing other things, whatever. You've got the other kids, whatever. But they've sort of grown up as well with you doing all of this stuff. Yeah, they've got a bit older now. Yeah, and when I just see the family dynamic a lot, and I'm like, rah, especially during lockdown too. Yeah, how is everyone motivated all at the same time? Because again, everyone has different feelings. Everyone's perception of the day is different. Do you get what I'm saying? How you've seen the day, how Emma's seen the day, how your two daughters are seeing the day, could be completely different. And when you see them differently, those feelings provoke it a certain way. So that might mean my day's gone a certain way, and I'm just not really too in the mood today. I'm not really,
so let me tell you.
But everyone else is on it though.
Let me tell you. So when that used to happen a couple of years back, I'd sit them down in a family meeting, and I've filmed this sometimes on Snap, and I've said to them, you like that, you like this, you want this, want that, you want to be this, that, whatever. Well, this is what we've got to do. Right now, you're tired, but this is what we've got to do. You know what I mean? It's us. It's just us. You get what I'm saying? We've got to put it in. You know what I mean? So I used to give them these sort of talks, right? So that was back then. You see now, when they tell me they're tired, I say, cool. That hard work, man's put it in. Like, it's okay now, girls. You've put it in.
You can chill.
4-5 years you lot gave me it all. It's cool now. I'll make my money from that and that and that.
Right.
Yeah, and guess what? Luckily, well, not luckily, because we put the work in, we film our show. The people still get us once a week on Snapchat. You know what I mean? The platform that they want to see us on. You get me? So we worked it out, and like, this was all planned, bro. Like, that's why I'm like, Jesus Christ, am I like, a lot of it was planned, bro. A lot of it we never knew, and it was just faith, blind faith, you know what I mean? But I used to tell my kids certain things that are happening now, that they would happen. And that's like when I now become dad and I'm trying to tell them things, I usually use them examples. Girls, you saw me say that I want to work with this. Like, I used to talk to them like that. We're very, very open family. And I'm like, trust me, I even play with their brain a bit. I'm like, I'm psychic. Trust me, I know shit. Trust me, man. Like, I said that. You know what I mean? So, but now I swear down, I've relaxed a lot more. Relaxed a lot more with them. But I was a beast. I was like director and shouting and, Casey, you meant to come in now, man. Put the speaker on now. Leah, press play now. Like, I was going crazy. Kev, calm down, man. Like, nah, bro. Like, because it was everything. You know what I mean? So,
did you ever work them to breaking point? At a point where it was like, I'm.
No. Because even when it was like that, we would do the video or the whatever it was, we'd just be busting up. Honestly, like, remember it's Snapchat, so we don't get outtakes and all of that, but there's just so much stuff in the air, jokes that would never be seen, or like that we just had. Like, imagine, bro, I've filmed with my family. Like, I'm learning so much about their personality, and like, I always knew Emma, like Emma's jokes and all that. I know Emma's got, but the girls, Leah, she doesn't know it yet, but she's like a comical genius. She don't know it yet, but I know it. She helps me with little scripts and all of that, you know what I mean? Like, helped me with my pilot, and we had the biggest writers. Joe Van Print, like we had big writers, and little Leah has contributed to that pilot, you know what I mean? Yeah, so she's just done her drama the other day, her GCSE, and drama and music. She's really into that naturally, you know what I mean? So I got to see that by, Dad, you know what, why don't you film from this angle? Like, trust me, all of that, right? And then you got Casey. Casey's just a doer. You tell her to learn that, she learns it. She start rubbish, couldn't dance. If you ask anyone that's seen them grow, they've seen her grow from 6 when she couldn't dance. She used to dance with us, one side used to move. Yeah. Then she ends up being a good dancer, top 3 gymnast in the country, you know what I mean? So through filming with my family, like, which I thought I knew, remember, I'm trying to mock the family and show people my family. I didn't even know them really. I got to know them over these years and got to know how strong we was and how strong they are. Imagine, they've grown up, and I spoke to Mo about this on his podcast, they've grown up famous, pretty much. Or with a famous dad or whatever, and I don't like calling it, but let's call it what it is, bro, you know what I mean, right?
So going to school for them must have been like, mad.
And I used to think, I asked them, and I used to think that I knew, but you never really know because they're tough, and like, especially Leah don't want to tell me certain things, like she was going through shit, you know what I mean? It's like they were tough and they stuck it, and it's like, I get to move them now to this
I'd love
house.
to talk to them, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah, well, mate,
I'd love to.
Whether they would open up as much, they do get a bit, again, it's like, yo, be the you that I see. Trust me, so
it's
many
different when
times.
there's cameras on and there's a microphone.
I know, man. But they've even got good at that. When we done the show, the pilot, my family was the consistent. Like, I was making mistakes, and like, I'll do that again, and all of this is like, and they're spot on, even baby Erin. So honestly, the family, jeez.
No, well done, bro. Honestly, well done, man. Seriously, I know it's not easy, bro. I know it's not. I know that there's you know, ups and downs in this, and like the highs are mad high and the lows are super, 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 super low. Do you get what I'm saying? And like, sometimes it must be so difficult to find it. You get what I'm saying? But you've come so far and you've built something so big that, like, in essence, in some ways, it's almost just bigger than you now. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's mental. It's
bigger than you now, but I'm glad that you still get the fulfillment that you do from like putting out content and getting stuff done. Yeah, you might not interact with the Spartans as much as you'd like to, but you know what? Maybe at some point there'll be a period of time where you get some time to be able to do that. I will. And I think as well, like, I can't imagine what it is like as well to lose a parent. Yeah, I haven't experienced that. But to come back and still be able to say, you know what, I'm going to dig and I'm going to keep that going, yeah, says a lot about your character and your strength. Do you get me? It's all right to have them days where, you know what, like, I'm down today. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not on it today, or I'm feeling a little low, or whatever it may be. It's okay. That's normal. Do you get what I'm saying? But you know what, yeah? Your consistency over the over the time period that you've been doing it is second to none. Do you get what I'm saying? It's amazing that you've been able to build something like this after having, you know, football not working out, and, you know, you got a family, and this one's got to go back to work and do all of these type of, it's difficult. Like, people just do not understand or see that. Do you know what I mean? But, bro, like, honourable shout out to you, brother, every time.
Man, Chucks, you made me fucking cry again there, brother. I held it in, man. I don't know if you see the lip trembling and shit, but brother, it's tough, but it's never a poor me.
Nah, man.
Like, man, I swear, Miami last year, fucking played like NFL Super Bowl. Like, trust me, bro, it's not that.
There's bare things to give.
It's amazing, and my kids don't want for nothing, and like, get to treat my pups and my bros to little gifts and family, you know what I mean? So it's all good, and I just want to find the true happiness in this, because the true happiness, unfortunately, ain't the Super Bowl and all of that. No. You know what I mean? That's not the true happiness. So I just want to find for me the true happiness, and I'll pass that on like I've always done, each one to each one, bro.
Facts. Hey, bro. Anyway, off this just very quickly. I'm at a stage now where, bro, I'm getting mad excited when I watch The Chaser. Do you watch The Chaser?
The Chase.
The Chase.
You ready for this? So
Brother.
the geezer that I told you about, Dave Hahn,
Yeah.
who's got the celeb agents,
Right.
that managed KIG, that I manage. He manages most of the chasers.
Oh, serious?
Yeah. So it's-
These guys are fucking big smarty pants, you know. I'm watching this thing and I'm like, the other day I saw a woman. She bodied it, bro. And you know, my anxiety was going through the roof because I'm like, hold on, wait 1 second. She's mad good at this, yeah. And then like she started answering bare the questions and that, and then you know, like at the end where they have like the panel. Sometimes there's only one left or there's three left or whatever. Yeah. This time there was 4 left, so they was obviously all smarty pants, and they beat the chaser, and I was gassed.
When the chaser gets under pressure,
yeah,
you see it, man.
You see it.
Is it the dark one? What's the
Dark Destroyer?
The Dark Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I saw one time he was on the ropes, on the ropes, man, and he's getting a bit cheeky and all of that, man. But great show, man. Great show. What made you fucking think about The Chase?
Brother, do you know I was sitting with my stepdad, my mum's husband, and it was on the TV, yeah. And then I was casually watching it, but I was watching something else. And then what made me actually watch this particular one is when he said, "Now you're good, so I'm gonna raise this to 54,000 or whatever." Yes, I thought, let me watch this, and she did it. She bodied that part. So then I wanted to see the ending in like how they were doing it then. Yeah. And I was like, oh, and I got so excited, bro. And then afterwards, I was thinking, bro, this is what lockdown's done to me. That
remember Deal or No Deal? That was big at the time.
Telling you,
these things, they're making a comeback. These little shows and that. So
yeah, man.
Good luck to them.
But Stevo,
yes,
thanks for coming through, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Long overdue.
Yeah.
Like you, my friend, like we spoke earlier, you've stuck at it yourself, and it's amazing to see you doing what you're doing and having the hold of the culture. It's not about having the millions. It's about when you talk, are they listening? You know what I mean?
Facts.
So you're doing that. Long may it continue for all of us, bro. We're all in nice space. You know what I mean? Like so. Yeah, let's work it out, man.
Blessed. Callum, you got some pancakes for man.
What?
I in your car, bro.
Oh, for
such a
fuck's
dickhead,
sake.
bro.
He picked me up.
I would have shit my pants anyway. You know why? I had pancakes earlier. Man.
I had a pancake today. Today's pancake.
Oh, you meant for you? That you had pancakes for you or for me?
They were originally for both of you.
Don't try it. Don't try it. It's for me.
Oh, is it? They weren't even for me.
No. I would get my girl on the phone. She would tell you that for both of you. But this is the problem. I had one Tupperware box, one plastic Tupperware. So what? Was
They're from home and that proper things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I made them today.
Oh.
You might as well run to the car quick.
What are they? Crepes or pancakes?
No, pancakes. Go on, give me a piece.
Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, because you know what we can do very quick? Check the cameras as
Yeah,
well.
fine. I literally just...
I forgot.
Are we done now? Or not?
Wait, no.
Still going, okay.
So there's one thing I always ask everyone, yeah, at the end. What is one thing that people need to see or know about? It can be anything. So it could be a song, it could be a brand, it could be a tune, it could be a sock, it could be a book, it could be an advert, it could be a YouTube fit, it could be literally anything. Like, what is one thing that you've seen or know about that you feel like people should know about? I'll start. I'll give you a moment to think. Yeah. There's a brand. Yeah. I don't know the actual. I don't know how to say the name. Yeah. So I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to say it wrong. Right. But you spell it RAUSS. No wait. RAUS. Yeah. That's the name of the brand. The Instagram is RAUSS. TUDIO. So the name Studio, yeah. And like the stuff looks cool. The girl that does it, I believe she's a stylist, yeah. And she's like created her own brand, and like the clothes just look they just look banging still. Like they literally look proper good. So yeah, check that out and have a look at what it is that she does. But I don't want to say like, yeah, Danny, don't kill me for not, because I don't know. I do feel like I know how to say it because it's a basic word, yeah. But you know, sometimes it could have the little twat. You understand what I'm saying?
Rose.
You understand what I'm saying? Actually, let me ask Callum how you say this, just in case. How do you say? What is that? What is that?
Rouse or Rouse? I know who that is actually.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, that.
Hey, my shout out would be, and it's a must. is there's a page called Your Positive News. And I know the brother that runs it. Very, very good kid, man. And he lost his page, he had it at 85,000 maybe, and it got taken down because he posted some content that wasn't his. It took the whole page down, mate. And he was doing crazy numbers, like 60,000 on his story. Yeah, man, like the engagement was crazy. So he's just come back. He's attacking it. So yeah, I want to shout out Your Positive News, because every time you go on that page, you come off it and you feel better. And there's something that at the moment on Instagram, it happens far and few between. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, Your Positive News, very positive stuff and informative post and all of that, man. And I want him to get back to the numbers that he was at, man, because it really helps. So yeah, Your Positive News.
Callum, you got one?
No.
Alright, cool. Thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.